If you want to change your body composition, look leaner, put on muscle, lose fat, or you just want to feel better in general, the thing that is most important is food. So let's go over 2 steps that you need to take to get your food on track, to eat the easy way. So step number 1 is get rid of bad foods. And bad foods, when I say that, I actually mean foods that are easy to binge. They're high in calories, low in nutrients. These are frequently the refined carbs. So we're talking about bread, chips, pastries, ice cream, sodas that aren't diet soda. You have a lot of sugar in these, you have a lot of carbs, but you have very little nutrients. You're not giving your body the things that it actually needs in order to be able to build, recover. And look, the foods that people binge are different, right? Everyone has different foods that they can just sit down and eat a whole load of. So I'm going to go over right here a pantry. I'm going to identify foods that are generally not good to have in the house. So in the pantry and in the fridge, you've got to clear out those foods that are binge worthy, that you absolutely overeat on a regular basis. So let's go around here and we'll just start circling things. So this is bread, actually, bread, bagels, English muffins probably. These are things that most likely don't have a whole lot of fiber. They most likely don't have a lot of nutrients either, and they're primarily carbs. Very easy to overeat, at least for myself. Next up, we have some cereals here. These cereals, some of these cereals are bad. The oatmeal is probably a little better. It has a little bit more fiber, but still, you can overeat these things. Very easy to overeat. And up next, we have the mac and cheese. We have some more pasta and stuff like this. And we have pasta over here. And let's see, we have some fruit over here. Fruit, not necessarily a bad thing, so I won't circle that. But the pasta, high in carbs, fairly low in fiber, right? And when we're looking for carbs, we're looking for nutrient-dense carbs. So sweet potatoes would be a more nutrient-dense carb than pasta, because pasta is just grain. It's been refined. It's had the fiber, for the most part, taken out of it. What I like to defer to eating when it comes to grains is, if I'm going to eat grains, I'm going to eat something like protein pasta, or I will just not eat them very frequently. If I have bread, it's maybe once a week. If I have cereal, it's like almost never. Pasta and mac and cheese, stuff like this, still almost never. And like I said, you have those replacements, those protein pasta replacements that you can replace those with, or a heartier bread that has more seeds and more fiber in them like that. And even cereals, there are healthier options for cereals. And I will say here, the rest of this is looking pretty good. Maybe this soda up here, this diet soda over here next to it, is okay, but these sodas are, they're basically sugar water, right? And we might feel good about drinking tea, but a lot of these drinks will have a lot of sugar in them. I'm not trying to demonize everything, but I'm saying if you have a tendency to binge these things, you want to get them out of the house, right? What I have in my house and what it keeps me from overeating is I just have the bare minimum. And that leads us into what we want to talk about next, good foods. So after you get rid of the bad foods, a rule that you will want to put in place, and this is very important, is you don't bring any bad foods home. If you want to go out and have a pasta dinner, you want to go out and you want to indulge in some foods that are not very nutrient dense and they're very high in calorie. If you're going to overeat, do that out of your house and leave that, for going out, special occasions, stuff like that. The foods that you want to bring into your house that you want to eat, you want to be more nutrient dense, right? Think blueberries, think lean meats, think eggs, dark leafy vegetables, colorful fruits and veggies, and things that have fiber in them, okay? These contain a lot of the nutrients, or all of the nutrients we need. And they're either lower calorie or they have more fiber and protein. They're more satiating than the refined foods. A couple other good foods I forgot to mention: Greek yogurt, like fat-free Greek yogurt, and sardines. These are things I eat every single day. And a strategy for consuming this stuff is generally to just throw it in a bowl. So if you can make a yummy tasting bowl. It's going to be easier to consume than all of these bits and bobs all over the place. And I'm not an especially good cook, but you can actually make some very healthy and tasty dishes. I just can't myself. All right, finally, to wrap this up, you have control over what you put in your mouth. I hear a lot of excuses from a lot of people saying, oh, so-and-so is making me eat this, or I went to a party, I had to eat this. I live with someone, I have to eat what they make. In fact, you don't, okay? You are a person who has autonomy. You are able to influence the environment around you. And if the environment around you is not working for you, it's your job to change it. Also, I'm like sweating recording this. It's kind of gross. I'm so nervous to record, and I'm trying to do this in a fairly easygoing way. I don't want to have like an entire script in front of me and just sound like a robot. So there you go. Also, this is in article format on my website. I will link that in the description. If you enjoy this kind of content, give me a follow. God bless, guys. See me next time.